Okay, and we're live. Today we're going to cover the cryptocurrency news. I usually do this every day, and I decided that I'm going to do it live today. And today is a pretty important day. We do have some bad news, and we're going to start with some bad news, and then we're going to talk about the very, very good news that we have today. Okay. First, China. Now, a lot of channels like to cover all the very, positive news that comes out, and they ignore anything that could diminish or be bad to know about Bitcoin or cryptocurrency. But this is very important. We need to be aware of the implications that this holds for Bitcoin, and it's an important information. China could shut down Bitcoin for $7 billion a year. Michael Green, chief strategist and partner at investment advisory firm Logical Capital, in his analysis, states that the dominant share of hash rate is located within China's borders. It is also located within the borders of Russia and Iran, for United States citizens, United States people, North America people, European people. If China decides to manipulate the market in whatever way they want, they can do so very easily for as little as $7 billion a year, says Michael Green. Now, what that means is that this is a weak spot in the Bitcoin network, and that hopefully raises some concern for us. And so we need to have a more decentralized network, according to the analysis that we're seeing here. Visa reveals Bitcoin and crypto banking roadmap amid race to reach the network of 70 million. Now, Visa has traditionally been anti-crypto, anti-Bitcoin, and pro-central banking. Of course, we're talking about central banking giant here, Visa. After now, all of a sudden, they partnered with 35 various Bitcoin cryptocurrency platforms in order to deliver and roll out their buying and trading services using their crypto software program set to launch later this year. That is very bullish news, indicative of the mass adoption of Bitcoin, and will enable us to have more stability and strength in the price of Bitcoin, and more people will trust it. More and more people will own Bitcoin, and especially institutional investors, and therefore will stabilize and increase the value of Bitcoin. Bitcoin holders that have stashed away their Bitcoin now make up 15% of the circulating supply. The total balance of Bitcoin held in accumulating addresses rose to 3.5-year high of 2,851,608 Bitcoin. And that is an anomaly because that makes up 15.32% of the total circulating supply. And that is the highest that we've ever been. We can see here that it's a record high. Michael Saylor, known as the Bitcoin Jesus to some, is heavily promoting Bitcoin for corporations. Today, currently, the presentation is going on. It started at 10 o'clock this morning. Michael Saylor is a prime proponent of Bitcoin. His company, MicroStrategy, now holds 71,000 Bitcoin. They recently just made an additional purchase of 295 Bitcoins for $10 million in cash. And today, we can see the result of that being more and more mainstream. Bitcoin is being pitched to 1,400 public companies by MicroStrategy today to help them make better decisions about how they can add more Bitcoin to their balance sheet. The price of Bitcoin today is almost $37,000 right now. It is very beautiful to see everything in the green. We have Bitcoin at up 20.64% on the week and almost 6.5% on the day, 11.5% for Ethereum on the day, and 25.5% on the week. Polkadot is up almost 25% on the week as well, and 16% on the day. XRP is down slightly on the day, but up 50% on the week. Pretty big gains there. Everything is looking great. Cardano is up 36% on the week, although a little sell-off is happening. They're up to 42 cents today. Chainlink is up. Litecoin, even Bitcoin Cash. Everything is in the green today with a market cap of almost $1.1 trillion. Pretty high, almost at an all-time high, I believe. And we have a 24-hour volume of $147 billion, which is it's pretty significant. Bitcoin dominance is 62% and holding, and that's pretty much it for the news today. We are looking at a good day in terms of the markets. Mostly good news with some concerns about the hash rate coming out of China being so significant. We also, I neglected to mention this, but you may want to look into this yourself. Do a little search on YouTube for F2 Pool and check out Cryptos R Us. They brought up the F2 Pool story. F2 Pool is it looks as though that F2 Pool is is manipulating the Bitcoin market, and when I'm talking about manipulation, I'm talking about in terms of putting a lot of short selling pressure on, putting a lot of selling pressure on the price and suppressing the price of Bitcoin, causing the price to sort of not go up beyond the levels that we've seen so far. So I highly recommend you check it out, and it also it goes back to the issue of as I mentioned before, that the hash rate of Bitcoin is coming out of a few places, very few places, such as China, and that could be a concern for us to and a call for us to move more of the hash rate over to North America, Europe, and just make it more of a decentralized cryptocurrency network as opposed to a centralized one. That's it for today, and I look forward to doing more of these videos.